Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Welcome back to the 1985-1986 basketball tournament using a replay of basketball, the board game with facts. And today's game features Philadelphia, the second round, Philadelphia visiting the Celtics. We're about ready to start the fourth quarter, but it's not looking very good for the Celtics. There went that phone again, huh? Score is 83-61. This was a pretty close game. It was 27-23 to the first quarter, and then it was 54-47. And then this quarter here went crazy. Boston just fell apart. They thought they were going to get a break because Moses Malone caught a break. All of a sudden got fatigued. He was fatigued for the rest of the game, so we take him out. Does not mean he can't come back in, but what it does mean is that if he comes back in, he has big penalties for his rebounds and his shooting. So Boston says, "Oh, okay, we caught a break," and then they didn't do nothing with it. So here we go. Unluckily that they can come back from that many points. And here's Boston with the ball, getting the ball in here because they won the jump at the beginning of the game. They're getting it into Bird right off the bat. They needed something really big from Bird. Got a little bit of a glare up there, but I think it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so we got Bird, and we're going 4-6, and he's going to be passing out, and he passes it. He can't get it when there's. If it was just him, I would say he got the pass back. But since there's other numbers, we got to go with it. Two, he's going to McHale. Okay, McHale is 5-3, and that's another pass. Okay, and so it's passing again. Back to Bird. Now, if he passes again, it'll be a 24-second violation. And here we got Bird 2-1. He puts it up and in. He's having a nice game scoring, but the rest of the team is not doing much here, folks. It's, every once in a while, I'll give you an update on the unofficial score. Okay, here comes Philadelphia with the ball. They get it in Julius. All of these guys are still going to need some rest for this half. Irvin 2-3. Now, if this blue die had been higher than that raised number, he'd have been shooting a three, but he's not. So he put it up and he hits it for a two. Boston's got to get some stops. They're getting it into Bird again. 1-6, and Larry puts it up and hits it. You can't carry this whole team. 76ers get it into. Bob McAdoo is having a big game, a pretty good game on the board. Did I say Bob? No, McAdoo came in. McAdoo had come in for Malone. That's right. Okay, so we got it into McAdoo. 2-5. That's a miss. And the offensive center, that's 10 plus the defensive power forward. That's McHale with the rebound. McHale looks down court and he fires it to the other two. And that's Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson, 4-6, and 5 is higher than that. So that means that they stop the drive and they're going to draw the next play, next card. Johnson looking around this time 4-5, same thing. It is higher. Next card. They're running up the time though. 1-5. That is higher. That's a miss shot. Offensive center, 13 versus McAdoo. Offensive Robert Parrish gets the offensive rebound. Now we're going to turn one of these over and look and see if it's higher, equal to or higher than this raised number here. And it's not. So he did not get fouled trying to shoot. So Parrish has the ball. 4-5. They're doing it, and it turns it over. He turns it over to 4. Do we have a 4 out there on the board? We don't. Do we have a 2? We do. We're going to have 2-2. He turns it over to Barkley this time. Barkley, coach's choice, going into Julius Irvin. Irvin, 4-3 steal. And it is a steal by Larry Bird. I'm not keeping steals or blocks. So this, and anyway, it's a Bird looks up there and he gets the ball back. That's like it got it back. 6-6. He puts it up and in, and he is fouled by Julius Erving. Bird. It's another one. See, Erving with his third foul. It's their first of the period. And Bird is shooting 1. 63 is his number. If you use these cards here. 66. Bird misses the shot. And the defensive point guard pulls down the rebound. Maurice Cheeks. Maurice coming up court. Gets it back into Erving. 3-3. 4-3. I believe that's going to be a block. It is blocked. The rebound is the ball's tied up between the opposing players. A jump ball is called. I've got a jump ball, and we're going to say it's between these two guys here. All right, so he's got a 2 jump, and he's got a 2 jump. Larry and Erving getting ready for the jump here. 43 is the number we're looking for. 45, and it is awarded to the home team. And who got it? The power forward, Kevin McHale. So McHale's going to be bringing it down because that jump was up the other end. He gets it into Parrish. 5-4. This is not higher. 1. Yeah. 5-4 is not higher than that. And this is we're going to not higher. Column 2 shot right here. 6, and that's a miss. The offensive shooting forward, which is Bird versus the defensive shooting forward. Bird gets that offensive rebound. They're trying. We're going to be checking on his number 2. It's not there, so Bird has the ball. 5-2 with a great pass to Parrish for the basket. I keep those assists. Those are the only type of assists I keep. All right, Philadelphia. They get it into McAdoo. 6-4. Fouled in the act of shooting. So Parrish fouls him. That's Parrish's second. And they're first of the period. So McAdoo shooting 2. His number is 54. So he makes the first one and misses the second one. So with that miss, it's 85-69. He misses it, and we're going for the rebound. And on the rebounds, we use the same cards. This one, if the defensive shooting guard is equal to or more than 10, he's not otherwise the defensive center. We got Robert Parrish with the basket, Bergman with the rebound. He's got a double-double going for him. And looks down court, gets the ball back. This is the one where I say where he went and he gets the ball back again because there's no other numbers out here. 1-6, and Parrish puts it up and in. Celtics trying to make a little run here. I don't know if they got enough time to get it into the shooting guard. 3. 5-1, a great pass to the point guard, Maurice Cheeks, for the basket. Okay, Boston. Get it in the Bird. It's the man. 3-5. That's only counts if it's in the last 6 minutes of the game. All right, let me see. But yeah, the last 6 minutes or overtime, but it's not. So it's a miss. Offensive shooting guard, which is a 3 versus the defensive shooting forward. That don't really help. That's Julius Erving with the rebound. And Erving coming up court. Coach's choice. All right, we're going to be going. Let's go to Barkley. Since we haven't taken a shot, we haven't played with him very much. 5-4. It's going to be another pass. Barkley to the shooting guard. 3. 4-2. And we're going to check this here. And it is higher, equal or higher, so that is a steal by Ainge. Coming back up court. And he gets the ball back again. We're getting these guys are getting it back again. And 2-1. Ainge puts up and in, and there's going to be a TV timeout. It's a timeout, and then it's going to be for some rest. But I'm going to show it to you instead of just not saying that. Danny Ainge coming out for his final rest of the game. Bob McAdoo and Julius Erving for them. Now this is how I like this a lot. Okay, I take this pack here. There's 10 of these per minute. So they're gonna go out for 3 minutes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 1 whole minute. Go to the yellow one, that's 2 whole minutes, and that's 3 whole minutes. And that's when these guys will be back in, so I don't have to be trying to figure out when they're coming back in the game. Works out very nicely. Okay, here we go. Philadelphia's got the ball coming down. And after that timeout, the score is 87 to 73. And Boston needs some more stops. There's 3. 6-4. And he's fouled in the act of shooting by Schisting. That's his 3rd of the game. And that's their 2nd. So 3 shooting 2. 56 is his number. 41 makes the first one. And 62, he misses that one. And 3. Well, he's been to the foul line a lot. Okay, so we're going to the rebound, and it's the offensive center versus the defensive center plus 8. That's no argument there. That's Parrish with the rebound. And Robert gets it into Dennis Johnson. 6-1, 5. And this is F2 asterisk 5. It is higher. Okay, I gotta find it now. He's forced a missed shot, so that's a miss. So the offensive power forward plus 5 that's 15 for Kevin McHale versus the defensive center. So Kevin McHale with the offensive rebound. We're going to be checking this number here. Is 4. And it's a 2. He's not fouled in the act of shooting. So he gets the next card, 3-3. That's that one there. That's a miss. The offensive shooting forward, which is Bird with a 9 versus the defensive shooting forward. That's Bird out rebounding him. It's a column 2 shot coming up. Bird with an offensive rebound. And a column 2 shot. Up. Timeout. I gotta get some cards. And then I'll explain this deck too. This deck is called the extra deck. At the beginning of the game, you have counted off 22 of these cards and started it off. If you run out, then you use your discards and mix them together like I just did. And they're used anytime one of the shots is called for, or a column 2 shot, or the jump ball like it did before, or if you're trying to figure out a foul. But anyway, so we're looking for a column 2 shot from that last play right here on Bird right here. And so we're going to flip it over, and we're going to be looking at the 1 die roll, which is 3, and he puts it up and in. On a column 2 shot, you disregard anything like those up there. So Bird puts the basket up there. Philadelphia getting it into Threet. Been handling the ball a lot here. 2-6, that's a miss. A defensive power forward, and they're going to go fast break. Well, that's what that exclamation mark means on this card right here. So it's fast break. I don't have these up high enough for you to be able to see them. I'm sorry about that. So we're going to use a fast break chart. And they're a yellow fast break, so we're going to use this column here. We're going to flip one of these over. We're going to go 5, 5. So we go down here to the 5 in the yellow. And it says the defense says so the break is stopped if the blue die is higher than the primary defender's fast break rating. Okay, so we look up here to the primary defender, on a 4 is the power forward. So we're going up here, and his fast break defense is a 4, so it's not higher. It's not stopped. Okay, so Defender's fast break, right? Right. Okay, so it's not stopped. He's getting a fast break shot. That's right here. It's 45. And McHale puts it up in there. Nope. Well, I'm going to check, see who the primary, who that was. It was 5. That was the center, Robert Parrish, with the basket. F77. Yeah. They get it into Bobby Jones is filling in for Irvin while he's resting a little bit. 3-3. That shot is blocked. Shot blocker rebounds. Okay, so the shot blocker is rebounds. And rebounds as the shooter wanted a foul called. Check the technical foul on the shooter. If no technical foul, draw a play card. Technical foul on the shooter is a 6. Okay, what you have to do is flip another card. If the blue die is higher than the technical foul, it would have been a foul. If not, we're drawing another card. If 6 is as high as we can get on there. So we're drawing another card for Bird. And he's 4-3. 3. This is a steal by Bobby Jones. Jones taking it up court. Get it to the 1. They don't have no 1s out there right now, so they're going 2. So they're going to go to Barkley. Barkley, 1-3. That's a miss. Higher. And so we got the offensive shooter guard if he's rated 6 or more. Offensive shooting guard, no, he's not. It's the defensive point guard with the rebound, Dennis Johnson. Johnson coming up court. Gets it in the Bird. Yeah. 1-1-6. That is higher than that number. It's higher than the center's column. It's going to be center anyway. It's going to be higher. That's a missed shot. The offensive power forward, if he's rated 15 or more, is not defensive center. Greg Stokes with the rebound. They're coming down court. They get it back into Bobby Jones. 3-4, and that's a miss. The offensive center versus the defensive power forward, that's McHale. He's got that baby there. And then he's coming up court. Coach's choice. Always go to the best one. Coach's choice. 5-6. It's going to be another pass. It's 3. No, it's higher than that, so he stopped it. And so we're going to be drawing another card for Bird. 5-5, same thing. It's higher than that. One more. And this is another one for Bird. 4-1. And it is a steal by Bobby Jones. And they're moving up court again. They get it bend to 3. 4-4. That's a turnover. He turns it over to Schisting. Brings it up court. Gets it to 3. We're getting to Robert Parrish. Parrish. 5-5. Another pass. And yes, it is a pass. No, it's higher. He stopped it. He stopped. Draw the next card. 2-4. Parrish puts it up and in. So at this point, it's 88-79. Get closing a little bit. Can they keep going? Can they keep coming? The center, Stokes, 1-1. Higher than the center is not higher, so that's going to be a basket. Yes, it is a basket by Stokes. Okay. Boston ball in. They get it in the Bird. These boys will be coming back in at the next dead ball. Bird, 1-3. It's higher. That's a miss by Bird. The defensive shooting guard, and they're going to go fast break. That's Threet with the rebound. Yeah. And they are a red. So we're going to be looking at the red column. That's figured out before the game on using their defenses and so forth. So going 1-2 on the red. If the blue die is higher than the shooter's fast, okay, so first we're going to depend on see who the shooter is. It's 2, which is him, the shooter's guard, and the blue die is a 6. It's higher than the fast break rating and drives to the hoop and scores. His fast break rating is a 3. There he goes. 3 in and up, and he scores. These last 2 matches are really hurt the Celtics. And so we had a timeout and have some replacements. Okay. All of the rest is all taken care of so far. Okay. Irvin and McAdoo came in for the 76ers. Paul Thompson came in because Sedell Threet needed some rest. And Danny Ainge came back in for the Celtics. So now everybody has got their rest completed. Threet will be coming back in later on. Boston's got the ball. Here we go. They get it into Dennis Johnson. 2-2. Dennis puts it. I should have put it on the right guy. 2-2. Dennis Johnson puts it up and in. Hasn't scored very much this game. They gotta keep this run going. They need stops. But some of the big boys are back in. Here's Maurice Cheeks with the ball. 4-1. And if it's higher than this 1, it's still a steal. And it is. So it's a steal by Dennis Johnson. Brings it up. We're going. Do we have any 4s? We do have a 4 on the down here. Wow. Danny Ainge. 2-5, and that's a miss. Offensive power forward plus 3, so that's 14. The defensive center is McAdoo. That's McHale with the offensive rebound. And we're checking against his 4. That 5 is higher, so he is fouled by Barkley in the act of shooting. So that's Barkley's second. It's like he got the offensive rebound, tried to put it back up, and he was fouled. That's their second. So we got McHale with a 54 in his free throws. Makes the first one and the second one. Okay, here they go. 3, that's Maurice Cheeks. 6-1, and it's a pass on a 6. Wow. He fires it over to Barkley. Barkley, 5-3, and a great pass by Barkley to back to Cheeks for the basket. Wow, that was a good one for them. It was Barkley with that assist. Score at this point is 94 for the 76ers to 83. So they're back up by 11 again. Yeah. Boston. That third period killed them. Dennis Johnson. 5-1. Dennis with a great pass to Larry Bird for the basket. Dennis Johnson. Okay. They get it into Barkley. 3, 2, 4 against the centers. Right. The centers 4 is not higher. So it's not higher. It's scored as a basket. Barkley puts it up and in. Boston just cannot hold them down with it. This is what is needed. And there they go. They get it into Parrish. 6-4. And he's fouled in the act of shooting by McAdoo. That's their third of the period. So we've got Parrish shooting a 53. Makes the first one. And misses the second one. Too many misses, guys. Misses the second one. The rebound on that goes to the defensive center, Bob McAdoo. McAdoo bringing it up court. Got any 4s out there? No. Do we have any 1s? We do. Julius Irvin. 4-3. Steal. And it is going to be a steal. It is a steal by Larry Bird. Larry. It's going to a 2. He's going to McHale. Sometimes it wasn't Dennis Johnson last time. So I'd like to switch him around a little bit. And McHale 3-2. And that is not. Yes, it is. Wait a minute. It is blocked. It could be very. Oh, the center's block. It's his block. So it is blocked by Barkley, and the defensive shooting forward gets the rebound. And they're going fast break. Irvin going to the fast break column under the red. 4. Defense hustles back. The break is if the blue die is higher than the primary defenders. Okay, the primary defender is the shooting forward. And his fast break is 2. The blue die is higher, and it is stopped. Okay, so they stop it. They're setting up. Small forward. Irvin gets it right back again. 5, 6. That is higher. They stopped it. Next card. 3, 1. The center 5, and then the blue die is higher than the centers or the center 4. It is, and that's a block shot by Parrish. And here's the rebound, the offensive center, and against the column 2 shot. So offensive center, I am sorry, that is him, McAdoo, with the offensive rebound. I almost made a big mistake there. He's getting a column 2 shot. 1, McAdoo puts it up and in. Clutch scoring right now by that makes it 98 to 86. There is not enough time. It looks like my Boston boys are going down the limit to elimination. Dennis Johnson, 2, 3. If this is higher, then we've been shooting a 3. It's not, so the basketball goes in. Johnson scores. Okay. At the end of the game, do a quick timeout. I'll come back with you to talk to you a little bit about the tournament and the stats of this game. They get it into Barkley. 3, 6. This is a possible injury to Barkley. We'll show you that. But the play goes on. It's a missed shot. I always push it up like this so I can remember that it's a possible injury. It's a 3, 6, and if it's an odd number, it's a possible injury. It's an even number, you just keep going on, nothing happening. So we got a missed shot. The defensive shooting guard, if he's rated 8 or more, he is not. Otherwise, the offensive center. Okay, this is McAdoo with the offensive rebound. He's playing it tough. He's filling in for Malone, doing a halfway decent job here. And so McAdoo, 1, 1, 5, and this is the centers. Okay, 5. Column 1 rating 1. It is higher. And it is a missed shot. So we're going to the offensive shooting guard plus 3. That's 10 versus the defensive shooting forward. That's Larry Bird with a rebound. There's got a double-double also, but it's not to no avail right now to get it over to McHale. He'll be in the next dead one. 6, 5 and McHale. And it is not higher than that 4. So that's a F1 question mark. If not higher than these fouls committed by Barkley. Okay, so that's Barkley with his 5th, and that's their 4th. So there's a timeout on the floor. There's a foul. They're going to get the ball back in, but we have to check on the injury. Now we take the injury charts. I'll show you these things. And at the bottom there, it says he's a B injury. So we got this B injury. We're going to read it the same way as that. We're going to flip a card over. And we go 6, 6, blank. Nothing, no injury. Just got whapped in the eye or something. Okay, so here we go. Ball into Boston. Oh, Threet's back in the game during that timeout for Paul Thompson. Boston with the ball. They get it in the Bird. 1, 2. It's a 3-point attempt. And always their 3-point attempt for them. I'll show you where it is. Will I show it to you? Yeah. 3 PAs is a 6. Okay. Okay, if the blue die was higher, then that 6, they would have been a pass, but it's not. So Bird is shooting a 3. So his 3 is 34. So we use this because it's a shot ring. And Bird hits a 3. That's his third 3 of the game. He's got a lot of points. Bird hits a 3. Unofficial score 98-91. Disappointment with less than 3 minutes left. They get it into Julius Ervin. 4-5, and Ervin turns it over. He turns it over to Bird. Bird's bringing it back up court. He gets the ball back. Oh, no, he doesn't. 2 going to McHale. 6-4. McHale's fouled in the act of shooting by Barkley. It's the 4th. They're in the penalty, but they're going to be shooting anyway. Shooting 2, 54. Makes the first one. And the second one. McHale makes both of them this time. 98-93. Wow. And do they have enough left in them? They're running out of energy a little bit. It's Cheeks. 3-3. This 3, FB question mark, something I can't find anywhere in the rules. So I'm going to think it has to be like that 3PA I did before. I'm going to consider this, and I'm going to say if the blue die is higher than their offensive fast break rating, it's a pass. If it's not, they're going on a fast break. Well, it's a 2, and their offensive fast break rating is a 3. So they're going fast break. This is the way I have to play since I know all the rules. Or to be fair, and it's a red 15, red 1. If the blue die is higher than the shooter's fast break rating, let's first find out who the shooter is. That's 5. That's the center. We're going to say McAdoo's got it. If it's higher than his fast break rating, okay. The blue die is a 2. It is not higher than his fast break rating. Not higher, it's a missed shot. Check for rebound. Okay, we're going to the rebound. The defensive center, Parrish, pulls it down. Fans back in Boston are getting a little nervous right now. Parrish up court to Bird. Bird 5-4, and he turns it over. Wow. Bird turns it over to 3. Brings it up court. Gets it into Maurice Cheeks for a 4-4. And it's a turnover. Things are getting a little sloppy. Bird gets it back. Brings it up court to McHale. And it should be Dennis Johnson if we're going to be honestly be alternating him like this. 2-2. Dennis puts it up and in. 98-95. Wow. This really turned into a fun one after being a blowout. No matter what happens, it's turned out to be a fun one. All right, 76ers. They get it into Irvin. 5-6. That is not higher than that. So I think this is going to be a column 2 shot. We're going to roll for a column 2 shot. And he puts it up and in. Irvin, that's a big basket right at this point of the game. Yeah. 100-95. And Boston ball. Time is definitely against them. They get it into Kevin McHale. 1-4. That is not higher than that. So that's a basket by McHale. Wow. 197. They definitely need a quick stop here. They get it into Irvin. 4-2. The 6. It is a steal. It's a steal by Bird, who brings it back up. This one can go to McHale. 6-3. And he's fouled in the act of shooting by Barkley. McHale shooting 2. 54 is the number. Makes the first one and misses the second one. Oh, Kevin, come on. 198 The rebound goes to the defensive power forward, Charles Barkley, with a big rebound right there, folks. Barkley looking down court, gets it into McAdoo. McAdoo, 5-3, and that's a steal. Okay, Parrish, up court to a three. They don't have a three. Go to a two. It'll be Dennis Johnson to be fair. And Dennis Johnson, 3-5. That's a miss. And the buzzer blows. What a game. I'll be right back. The Celtics could just not get over that third period fall down they had. What a run they made, though. The final was officially 99-98 in favor of the 76ers. 76ers had six guys in double figures, which is pretty cool. They had Barkley had 11 points, but he also had a double-double with 12 rebounds. And then we got Malone, who left the game early because he was tired. But even at that point, he had 16 and 10 rebounds, 22 points by that Sedell 3, 10 points by McAdoo off the bench in relief of Malone. That's pretty cool. Yeah, their bench 22-8. Now for the Celtics down here, we had McHale with 15. Then we had Bird with 37. That's not unrealistic, but he also had 14 rebounds, so he had a double-double. We had 25 points by Robert Parrish in a double-double with 12 rebounds. Then 8 for Dennis Johnson, 5 for Danny Ainge, then the guys off the bench. So Philadelphia will be moving on to the next round to play the winner of the Denver-Atlanta game. Thank you very much for stopping by. Watch for the next one in this series. Take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.